uh, filter systems or filtration systems is like heart of a human body, as the heart plays the role in cleaning of the blood and supplying the blood to the you know whole of the body in clean form. Similarly, the filtration system is like also behaves like a heart of a drip system, and it also cleans the water so that the clean water is pumped in the drip system, so that there is no clogging of the pipelines or drip lines. So these filters plays a very important role in drip system. The first type of filters is gravel filters, or the another names to this filter is like sand filter or media filter, but the functioning is same. In this, the water is inletted from here, the and then it is there is a valve here, and these valves are meant to take the water to front as well as to back flush. When we need to clean this filter, this valve is closed and this valve is open, so that there is a reverse movement of water. But at the same time, when the regular use, the water is flown from here. Now, once the water goes inside this filter, so if any impurity of organic matter or algae or filaments, this is being struck in the media here. This is sand media here, and it clean water is being taken out from here. So these filters are little costly one, and normally the filters are used wherever when we take the water from shallow area, or water from ponds where there is a sunlight falls on water or stagnated water. So these kind of water has organic matter impurities as well as the algae impurities. So in those cases, these kind of filters are recommended. If we are going for the water source from a well or aquifer or from a boring, so in that case, normally the water is not having any organic matter impurity or algae impurity. These kind of waters has a problem of silt and silt and sand. So in that case, we use the hydrocyclone filters and not gravel filter, and the farmer can save the cost of gravel filter in such conditions. So these filters are effective against both inorganic and organic suspended solids. Filter consists of small gravels of 1 to 2 diameter. These are also called media or silica. The pressure difference is 0.5 to 1 kg. Flow rate 10 to 50 cubic meter per hour, and time, this is the tank diameter. They vary on the capacity of as your requirement. This is another type of same sand filter, but the shape is different, and this is for smaller working. Then another type of uh, you know filters is screen filters. The screen filters are also of different type, but the functioning is same. They are always installed after the hydrocyclone filter or after the sand filter. So the idea, or sometimes when you do not need much of the cleaning, in that case, these kind of filters are used uh, only, and know the cost of uh, s- sand and hydrocyclone filters is saved. So the different type of mesh are used in these filters. So accordingly, their name is there. Uh, so This is the typical layout of a drip irrigation line, and this is all the filtration component. You can just see here, I'm just trying to give you color. This is a hydrocyclone filter, normally to clean sand. This is a screen filter, and this is a sand filter or a media filter. Now the disk filter is also a little improved version of screen filter, and in this there is a discs are there, and the water is passed through the disk and get cleaned. The hydrocyclone filters are also very important. They works on the principle of centrifugation. So whenever the impurities of solid particles or sand particles are heavy, these filters are used, and they are, works as a centrifuge. The water is having a centrifugal motion in the filter, and what happens? The solid material gets settled down here, and the clean water is taken out, and the impurities can be removed from here. The next important component of drip irrigation lines is the mains and submains. So this is the supply. After the clean water is ready, the water is moved through different pipings, and depending on their supply, the size of dia of the or SDR was what we say is the SDR of these pipes is calculated. So then there is a dia of main pipe, then dia of sub mains, and all is based on the SDR. Next important part is the laterals, or you can say the pipelines of drippers. So there may be, if we are using the online drippers, in that case we use plain lateral, is the plain lateral, and then holes are uh, you know uh, um, done on this pipe basis, and drippers are fixed on that depending on the requirement. But another type of drip line is inline drip line or inline lateral, in which the dripper is fixed inside. It is present inside the drip line, and it is not outside. They are maybe flat, or they may be like this one. And these kind of filters, they are drippers, and they are already company fitted at different spacings available at 20 centimeter, 30, 40, 60 centimeter, and at different discharge rates. So they are been ordered, and accordingly the company supplies these kind of drip lines, and they are just used, especially in polyhouse. The inline laterals are used. Now, this is the emitters, or you can say the drippers. Their selection is based on soil type, crop water requirement, climate requirement, site selection, whether the soils are sandy, clayey, or what. And the crop is canopy and evaporation, the climatic factors, humidity, and water and electricity availability. If there is a, for example, there is a electricity for a short period, or not for the 24 hours, then accordingly you have to plan the irrigation scheduling, or you can say the timing of irrigation. So you may need a little faster speed, seeing the electricity availability. So accordingly, the types and the drippers are chosen. These are typical online drippers, and you can just see here, they are having the color indications also, that the yellow colored or green colored or blue colored, they have different discharges, right from 2 lph to 50, 64 lph. So, and depending on the requirement, the number of drippers per plant, or drippers are attached to to the later line. Sometimes we use SCPC or no drain PC drippers. In this case, what happens? There is a uh, silicon valve here, and what happens? This is just like your LPD. These are not allowing the water to come out of the dripper if there is the pressure is not reached to the desired level. And secondly, if there is no there is more pressure, then even then they are maintaining the flow as per their capacity. So these kind of drippers plays a very important role where there is the land is undulating, and especially in hill areas where under the it is not like the plant which is at the lowest point in the hill. It may have the more irrigation water as in the ordinary dripper, but and the top level plant may not get the water. So this way the SCPC plays the role, and in this case the pressure, or we say the pressure compensating. The PC means pressure compensating drippers, and in this case the outer height or up and down land is not affecting the flow of water from these drip lines. These are all the inline drippers in which the dripper is fitted inside. So this was about the filters and about the main lines and the drip lines. So this is one of the important component of drippers. Uh, so thank you, students.